I'll make this very brief. I'm going to reserve the listing my credentials. I'm going to go ahead and just go right into it to save time. But thank you for having me here today. My name is Shayna Petrie. I am speaking on behalf of a company that I own, a small business. It's a Christian-based company, and we take up some issues with advocacy and children's rights and things of that nature. So I'm going to get right to it, though, if that's okay. Imagine you are a parent, and you clearly told your child's school, do not hit my child. Do not issue corporal punishment on my child to discipline my child. Then one day you get a phone call. And on the other end, you hear somebody say, your child received corporal punishment. Your child was hit at the school. What? Your child was hit at the school. But the child knows that the school knows not to hit my child. I told them. So then, imagine further that you decided to bring an action because your child was physically harmed. You asked them not to. That's a tort. That's a tort. And even though corporal punishment is allowed, you asked them not to hit your child. So you go to court, and the judge rules against you as a plaintiff. Okay. Then you have to go home, send your child back to the same school where the judge said, basically, the school can hit your child, even though you said no ahead of time. This is not a hypothetical. It's not just a hypothetical. This really happened in Louisiana schools. Sorry, I stopped using my cards. I have to get. The case is Setliff v. Rapides Parish School. I'm sorry, Setliff versus Rapides Parish School Board. Basically, the judge ruled against the plaintiff, said there's no relief at all. And the reason for this, the judge said, is because of the state of Louisiana law on corporal punishment. And he went a little bit further. Do you know he said that this legislative body, it's their intent for a child to get hit at school even though the parent said no ahead of time? I'm almost out of time, huh? Okay, so this is not right. This needs to be looked at. I commend the Department of Education for doing this. I've used PBIS and other disciplinary methods. Anyway, in future legislative sessions, this needs to be addressed. And I have some legislation already drafted. I'll be happy to share with anybody. Okay, that's it. It's already been, it died in the House to ban corporal punishment. Yeah. I wanted to speak when it was presented here to give this information because a gentleman, it might have been Representative Owen, asked if corporal punishment was ever misused. He asked the superintendent and they said no. That was clearly wrong. I have many different examples of when it's misused. So it might have been you. I'm not sure.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your passion.
Absolutely. Thank you.
This is what democracy is about. People need to be able to disagree respectfully. What I asked the superintendent and I asked the Department of Education and I asked the Bessie was, do you have data or are there reports on it? Yeah. And by the time we got to the floor, there was still no reports on it that are documented. So
Gotcha.
We have it going forward. Someone brings this in the future, then it will be reviewed. But I wanted to clarify what was said because I was trying to find out what documents are there out there.
Actually,
so thank you.
If I can, I'll put your name on it. I'd love to give you the case and a highlighted sheet. This is the report. It's a public record. 2004, and they talk about you guys in the, I know you wouldn't be for parental rights being denied. So, ever. So I hope to exactly, and that's what this. And I'm going to put your name on this. That was you. I remember. I remember your face.
Thank you.
So, okay. Thank y'all so much for allowing me to speak. And God bless. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Okay, let me read the green cards that we have. President will provide information. Ethan Melanson. President would like to speak. Oh, that was Steffi Graney. We're good there. Okay. So we've got Peter Robbins Brown with Louisiana Progress Action. Does not wish to speak. President in support. Morgan Lamondre, sexual star. Although I do not wish to speak. President in support. Michael Fox, Louisiana Association of School Superintendents.